Welcome.
Hello and welcome everybody to the awards ceremony for the NCFA 2020 season opener. I was your director, Stephen Kalani Farias from the University of the Pacific, and I'd like to welcome you all to our award ceremony. Normally this is where we'd all get together, get to celebrate our achievements together, and our hope is that we can recreate that for you here in this environment. I'd like to introduce a couple of people. They're on our screen and they'll be with us tonight as well. The first person I'd like to introduce is our host, Alexis Litsky from San Francisco CCSF and San Francisco State University. I'd also like to introduce Daniel Lopez, who teaches at Hartnell College and is our president of NCFA, and who will be kicking off our award ceremony this evening with the end of season awards from last year. We implemented a new process last year to try and award the best interpers, platform speakers, limited prep speakers, and then debaters in both parliamentary debate and LD using a season-long point calculation. A point calculation that this tournament will use moving forward as we move into the other NCFA awards or NCFA tournaments this season. So Daniel's here to announce the awards from last year and to recognize the people who were excellent in the 2019-2020 season.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for allowing us to give these awards out at this tournament. I know this is a new process for us, but these are unprecedented times, and I'm sure we're all tired of hearing that as well. I'd like to congratulate everyone beforehand who competed last year, and there were a lot of folks who competed hard, who were very successful, and we just wanted to take time to acknowledge folks who were competing at the top of our league last year. I think it's always good to identify folks who have had standout years and reward them for those efforts. Also, we'll be announcing some of the coaching awards at the end, and there's a lot of significance there. So without further ado though, I know we all like to get right into it. So we are gonna start with the individual speaker awards, and we break those up into the three main genres, platform, limited preparation, and interpretation. I also come from a region where there was a lot of controversy over whether or not 2 year or 4 years would be announced first. So I decided to just rotate each time. Just my own personal take, I suppose. So right now, the top speakers in platform on the 2 year level from Las Positas College was Brennan Mock. Clap, clap, clap. And then at the 4 year level, we had from speech at Berkeley, Santiago Vasquez. In limited preparation, from the 4 year level, we had from Cal State University Chico, Giovanni Fernandez. And from the 2nd year level, from Las Positas College, Brennan Mock. In the interpretation events, on the 2 year level, from San Joaquin Delta College, Mauricio Patino. And on the 4 year level, from CSU Chico, Giovanni Fernandez. So congratulations to all of you on the work you did on your individual events. It paid off, and you were great contributors to the community last year. Thank you very much. Next, we have the top speakers in the debate events. In Lincoln Douglas at the 4 year level, we have from the University of the Pacific, Dominic Lasaka. And we have on the 2 year level from Chabot College, Joel Brown. In parliamentary debate, on the 2 year level, we have Shreya Srinivasan from Solano Community College. And then on the 4 year level from University of the Pacific, Dominic Lasaka. So those are the awards for the speakers, the competitors from last year. Now we're going to get into the coaching awards from last year. These are for people who have made serious contributions to the entire Northern California forensics community over the course of the year. The first award that we give out is for the peer coach of the year. This is someone who is a student themselves, still working towards an undergraduate degree typically, and they are working a lot with their peers to make sure that their peers are competitive and really helping a team run. And so this last year, the top peer coach in Northern California was from Chabot College, and it was Patrick Mwamba. Next, we have the new coach of the year. And the new coach is someone who is just starting out in their tenure coaching here at the Northern California Forensics Association, and is still making serious contributions to the community and really helping their team be successful. And the winner this year is from the University of the Pacific, and that was Kelly Hutchison. Next, we have the Coach of the Year. This goes to someone who has been in the community, holds a firm coaching position, and has overall been contributing to not only their team success, but also through the help and support they give to the entire forensics community here in Northern California. And I've had the privilege to speak with this person several times in tab rooms and at tournaments. And I always appreciate the way that they go about their business and how helpful they are. I love getting ballots from them, from my students. There's always really good feedback. And so the winner of the Coach of the Year this year is from Modesto Junior College, and it's Tori Shemp. Finally, this year there was a change in the names of the awards. And so I held this one for last because I just felt that it was significant to wait and give the full story. For those of you who maybe are new to the community, you might not know that we lost a very important member to us, Tony Bernacki. And Tony is one of those people who you really just couldn't miss. He was vocal and passionate and supportive and so caring. The way Tony loved forensics, I think, is something that we should all aspire to. And he was witty and always a joy to have at tournaments. And I think one of the best parts of forensics is that it can be a community that loves you back. And I think Tony really embodied that, in that he loved forensics and people around him knew that, and they appreciated his contributions. And I will always remember seeing him smiling back at me from so many ballot tables and talking to me about our love of food and our shared love of Disney. So with that, we have changed the name of the Distinguished Service Award to the Tony Bernacki Distinguished Service Award. This is someone who goes above and beyond the call to assist the community, who helps it thrive, who helps it grow, and who reminds us of how close-knit we all are and how much we can contribute to making forensics an activity that is rewarding for all of us. We have a long way to go to get there, but I think we are constantly working towards it. And I hope that we will someday get this activity to be the activity we know it can be. And so the first recipient of the Tony Bernacki Distinguished Service Award is Tony Bernacki. If y'all are new to the community and you don't have a story of Tony Bernacki, talk to your coaches, talk to folks who knew him. They would love to share their stories about him. He was an amazing person, and I know we all miss having him around. I'd like to congratulate Stephen Farias, Alexis Litsky, Ryan Guy, and everyone else who was a part of making this tournament happen for you all. As I mentioned earlier, these are unprecedented times, and in these times, it's great to know that there are folks out there who are working hard to make sure that forensics still thrives and that everyone still has an opportunity to enjoy this activity and everything it brings to them. So thank you all for making this happen for everyone. Best of luck to the competitors who worked really hard this weekend, and I hope you are rewarded for your efforts. Stephen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel. And we appreciate you joining us for the awards and being able to really speak to the influence that Tony and hopefully future coaches that come in Tony's footsteps can really provide, and people who give back to the community. Before I begin with the awards, and I know Alexis is here on screen, I did want to do one thing that we normally do before we start the awards for the tournament, and that's thank all of the time and effort that the tournament staff put into this event, but also all the time and effort that you and your families put into this event in this tournament. First, I'd like to thank my tab staff, Sue Peterson from CSU Chico, who was at her in-laws for their 50th anniversary this weekend, helping tab individual events. Raman Diol, who is the assistant coach at San Joaquin Delta College, who ran debate tab and is also in the process of literally packing up her house to move as she's recently purchased a new home. So doing that on the side. I'd like to thank Ryan Guy and Shannon Troxel Andreas, Ryan from MJC and Shannon from Butte College. They were our tech staff. And without them, I'm not sure that the tournament could have ever happened because of all the leadership, communication, setup, ability to fix problems when they happened. I know that we are starting on time for awards, and that's in no small part to these people's literally 18-hour days, making sure that those things were ready to go. And this award ceremony is indicative of that. And the last person that was in my tab staff that I wanted to thank was Alexis Litsky, who's going to announce the awards. But Alexis was our host. And it's really important because normally this weekend is called the Golden Gate Opener. And in a normal season, if you will, City College of San Francisco State, and USF, they co-host a tournament, right? They co-host in the Bay Area, and we all come to the Bay Area and we meet each other again for the beginning of a strong and long semester that goes on through the year. And this is one of the saddest but also happiest parts of my night because I really wish I was here in person with all of you at the Golden Gate Opener. I wish that I was seeing those directors from those teams running their tournament, and it's going to be a different year. But having Alexis as the host and as somebody who ran the hospitality hub, fielded questions, dealt with all of the concerns you had and filtered them to us, and then also did things like keep you all motivated and engaged, ran karaoke in the hospitality hub, which was a welcome sight, welcomed people just to come and have different conversations at different times, and did so from her home, taking up the entirety of her home's kind of capacity this weekend. I'd like to thank her for all of her really selfless work in hosting the tournament because I know you all are tired and I know you all have put in a lot of work, but 18 hours of just talking to people when they want to come and talk to somebody, that's a lot to ask of someone. Your tab staff was able to take 10 minutes, 15 minutes every hour just to be alone and not to be on screen, but Alexis had to be there almost constantly. And so her work and her selfless effort are much appreciated. And lastly, I just want to thank all of you. You all are at home. You might be in an office somewhere. You might be in a library. You're trying to stay healthy. You might actually be sick or have family that you're taking care of. And your family is there supporting you. And they are being there to help you and give you space to provide for your performances, for your debates, all of that. And so thank you all for making this an excellent season opener. As Daniel said, these are strange times, but they're made better with community and with your hard work, making events such as this a possibility. And so thank you all as well. With that, I want to pass it off to Alexis, who's going to begin by announcing the individual events awards before moving into the debate awards. Alexis.
Thanks, Steve. I really appreciate your gratitude that you just gave me, and I have a lot to shoot right back at you. I have appreciated working at this tournament because I spent, for some context, this will be my 16th season opener with NCFA, starting as a competitor at a community college at Santa Rosa Junior College, then at San Francisco State, then as a coach at San Francisco State, and now at City College. And so I'm really happy to be here and to be able to welcome everybody again, and then also to give out some awards here at the end. And it's getting to work with people like Steve and Sue and Ryan and Shannon. It's a really lovely community. And we hope that if this is your first tournament, sure, you might, you're not going to take any gold today, but we hope that if you get an award or not, that you got a little bit of that bug that makes you want to stick around and keep doing forensics. So we're going to hand out, I'm not going to hand out any awards, but I'm going to announce some awards. The way this is going to work is you'll see this on the screen. There'll be the event and which division it is. The badge you see in front of you is actually the badge that's going to be on a certificate that you will receive electronically after the tournament is over. And you'll also receive the badge on its own with some additional instructions about what you can do with it. So we'll start with open after dinner speaking. We'll get through all the IEs and then we'll move to debate. So in open after dinner speaking, it was a collapsed event, and the finalist from CSU Chico was Christina Sanville. Coming in third place from San Jose State University is Pranav Chilapagari. Coming in second place from Las Positas College is Nez Hassanli. And lastly, your tournament champion in after dinner speaking at the NCFA 2020 season opener is Nikki Marie Alstrom from CSU Chico. And I'll give her a round of applause. Finally, since this was a collapsed event, we wanted to recognize the top novices. Ironically, all three of the top novices are first, second, and third place. Maybe it's not ironic. Maybe it's just because they're awesome. Congratulations. That's a pretty amazing showing for coming out at the first tournament of the first year. It's really impressive. Next, we're going to go to Open Informative. In this event, we have a finalist, Amisha Singh from Chabot. Another finalist, Alexis Bondarenko from Las Positas College. In third place, from Contra Costa College, we have Aman Butt. From second place, from Las Positas College, Casey Hamilton. And in first place, from the University of the Pacific, Tanaya Smith. Also getting a round of applause. Since this was another collapsed event, we have two top novices, Ramisha Muhammad from Las Positas and Alexis Bondarenko, also from Las Positas. Congratulations. Next, we're going to look at impromptu speaking. First, we'll do novice. We had a large final round. Our first finalist is Jacob, I'm so sorry, Jacob, Kalashko from Modesto. Next finalist from Las Positas College, Marius Mayer. Next finalist from Las Positas College, Alexis Bondarenko. In third place from San Francisco State, Emmy Power. In second place, also from Las Positas College, Alejandra Casada Sarmeno. And your tournament champion in Novice Impromptu from Chabot College, Amisha Singh. Now we'll do some open impromptu. Finalist from Contra Costa College, Aman Butt. Finalist from DVC, Brenna Sierrason. Finalist from Maricopa, Sam Smithart. And in third place, from the University of the Pacific, Gustavo Garcia. In second place, from the University of the Pacific, Tanaya Smith. And then finally, your tournament champion in Open Impromptu from Las Positas College, Brennan Mock. Next up, prose. First, the finalist from the University of the Pacific, Janelle Barayuga. Next finalist from Butte College, Deborah Arapez. Finalist, also from Butte College, Merritt Grace Shid. In third place, from Las Positas College, Alejandra Casada Sarmeno. In second place, from Las Positas College, Danny Georgiev. And your tournament champion in open prose from San Joaquin Delta College, Mauricio Patino. This was also a collapsed event. There were 4 top novices. You can see them all on the screen taking second, third, fourth, and fifth place, or those 2 finalist positions. Danny Georgiev from Las Positas, Alejandra Casada Sarmeno from Las Positas, Mary Grace Shid from Butte College, and Deborah Arapez from Butte College. Again, an incredible showing from a group of novices at the opening tournament of the year. Next, we had a pretty small entry in communication analysis, which can sometimes happen. It's still one of my favorite events, and the entry size will never change that. Coming in second place from Las Positas College, Ashley Eastman, and your tournament champ in communication analysis, also from Las Positas, is Brennan Mock. This was a collapsed event, and our top novice was Ashley Eastman from Las Positas. Next up is dramatic interpretation. This is also a small event, so your second place competitor is Brandon Ng from Modesto Junior College. And your tournament champion in dramatic interpretation in first place is Mauricio Patino from San Joaquin Delta College. And our top novice in dramatic interp is Brandon from Modesto. Extemp. Luckily, we had a lot of folks in Extemp. We have a series of finalists. First finalist is Pranav Chilapagari from San Jose State University. Next is Brennan Mock from Las Positas. Next finalist is Gustavo Garcia from the University of the Pacific. In third place, Tanya Prabhakar from Diablo Valley College. In second place, from the University of the Pacific, Tanaya Smith, which makes your tournament champion in open extemporaneous speaking, Kukui Fuji from CSU Chico. Congratulations. Since this was a collapsed event, we have two top novices. This was the one event, I think, where the top novices didn't make it out to the final round, probably due to the size of the event. And there's two of them from San Jose State, both of them, Don Nguyen and Leland Pama. Congratulations. Persuasion. In open persuasion, we first finalist is Nikki Marie Alstrom from Butte College. In third place, we have Huiling Tang from Chabot. In second place, we have Alexis Rangel from Modesto. And your tournament champion in open persuasion at the season opener is Aman Butt from Contra Costa College. This was also a collapsed event, and we have three top novices, also all in the final round. Alexis Rangel from Modesto, Huilin Tang from Chabot, and Nikki Marie Alstrom from Butte College. Congratulations, everybody, for participating in the individual events. They were really awesome, and I'm happy to share those awards with you and those accomplishments. Next, we're going to move through some debate events. First, we'll do IPDA, and we'll start with novice, which traditionally, and we will retain at this tournament, are we give, instead of giving first, second, and third, we give gold, silver, and bronze medals. So in Novice IPDA, receiving a bronze medal, we have four competitors: D'Angelo Sanchez Johnson from Modesto Junior College, Jacob Kliachko from Modesto Junior College, Christina Peterson from Modesto Junior College, and Nicole Pagan from College of the Canyons. Receiving silver, Celine Vivas from Modesto Junior College, and Kenneth Catlin from Butte College. And your tournament champions receiving gold in Novice IPDA are Don Nguyen from San Jose State University and Emily Nelson from Butte College. Congratulations. I don't believe that they know that they didn't know that they won that round until just now. And so I hope you have a big smile on your face and you're feeling real good about it. Next, we'll take a look at Open IPDA. We'll also give out some gold, silver, and bronze. We'll start with the bronze again. First, from Diablo Valley College, David Kirker, and from City College of San Francisco, Amy Chang. Receiving a silver from San Jose State University is Pranav Chilapagari. And receiving gold, your tournament champs in Open IPDA are Toria Wilson from Chabot College and Jared Koch from College of the Canyons. Next, we have NFA-LD. And this was a collapsed event, so it's open. It includes all the competitors. This event broke two quarterfinals. I mean, two quarterfinalists, Alex Webb from Lewis and Clark and Kellen Rice from Lewis and Clark. They were walked over by their teammates and became semifinalists, Cyan Ridge from Lewis and Clark and Jackson Rice from Lewis and Clark. And finally, that set up a final round between Aya Al-Jaburi from Sacramento State and Toria Wilson from Chabot. And congratulations to Chabot for winning this round and winning being the tournament champ in NFA-LD. Congratulations. And finally, we'll do a little parley. First, we'll start with Novice NPDA. First, we have one semifinalist team with Alana Belagso, and Hannah Nelson from the University of San Francisco. In that set up a debate in between Diablo Valley College and Diablo Valley College. And so we rank ordered them here. So receiving second place from DVC is Alex Walsh and Gracie O'Toole. And in first place from DVC is Risha Prabhakar and Tristan Keene. Congrats to DVC for closing out the novice parley bracket. And lastly, we have the results from Open NPDA. We have quarterfinalists from UOP, Jonathan Reyes and Paula Paez. Two semifinalist teams. First, from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Stephen Frankowski and Benjamin Michael. Marlu Reyes and Tierra Smithson from UOP. In second place, we have Gustavo Garcia and Arshita Santhaparty from UOP. And in first place from DVC, we have Brenna Searson and Tanya Prabhakar. So that does it for the individual awards for debate and individual events. So I'm going to pass it back to Steve, who is going to take care of sweepstakes awards.
Hi, folks. I'm going to announce sweepstakes awards, but in the run-up to the awards, I did want to note a couple of things that I just want to make sure that we have correct. And so that way, I think, Alexis, we might have given you bad information, and that's on our fault, and I apologize for that.
Oh, no.
So we did want to go back to NFA-LD to begin. The award, the final round was a 2-1 decision. And I think that because of the difficulty in reading that from our side, we had the wrong champion, in fact. In fact, our champion was from Sacramento State, Aya Al-Jabouri, but in second place was Toria Wilson, which we apologize, but those mistakes are going to happen. And we hope that second place and first also celebrate, because we should note that going into that round, both debaters were undefeated, and Toria was actually undefeated in 2 different debate events going into that round. And so it was a great showing by both debaters this weekend. The second one that I just want to clarify is we don't have actual results yet from the final round of NPDA. And so Tanya Prabhakar and Brianna Searson were the top seed in parliamentary debate. And I believe we're also the top 2 speakers in parliamentary debate this weekend. And so their first place out of prelims is well awarded. They went 4-0 and were our best parliamentary debate speakers. And so if you see me looking off camera, it's because I'm also trying to get our updates for that round as we're going through it right now, because ballots are slowly starting to come in as we speak. And so I think that we actually have all of them right now, and I can announce the results of that round if you give me just 1 sec. And this is what, live awards is often like when we have the final round happening during the middle of awards. So we got to wait for that, and then I scroll. Okay, where are we at? Okay, we do have a decision in open parliamentary debate on a 3-0 decision. In second place was Diablo Valley College's Brenna Searson and Tanya Prabhakar, which makes your tournament champions in open NPDA debate from the University of the Pacific, Arshita Santhaparty and Gustavo Garcia. So congratulations to both teams. You all did a fantastic job debating this weekend, and we appreciate the fact that you all were able to debate during this final round. Luckily, I was able to still calculate sweepstakes awards because there were a few teams that had done so well that even the outcome of these last couple of debates was not going to affect the results of sweepstakes awards. So we'll begin sweepstakes awards by explaining exactly what happens. So what happens if this is your first tournament, every event has an award calculated to it. And as a result, right, we see that certain people come in first or certain people might be finalists. But no matter what place you come in a final round, you give points to your team. And so a full team effort goes into winning the team sweepstakes awards. Now, like Daniel noted, I often will try to figure out which set of awards, because we give out a set of awards for the 2-year programs and a set of awards for the 4-year programs. And in this set, I did want to say that we'll start with the 2-year, because I often put the team with the most sweepstakes points as the team that we will read last, just to recognize their excellent achievement. But we will announce the top 3 in sweepstakes awards for the tournament, starting with the 2-year division. So in 3rd place, San Joaquin Delta College. In 2nd place overall is Diablo Valley College. And in 1st place, your tournament champions in the 2-year division at the NCFA 2020 season opener is Las Positas College with 77 points. Congratulations to all of the competitors at Las Positas College, 1st and 2nd throughout multiple individual events. Certainly well-deserved. We'll move on to the 4-year. The 4-year division was a really tight race because of the way that a lot of 4-year teams did so well in Lincoln Douglas debate, while other 4-year programs were doing well across individual events and IPDA debate. So in 3rd place, Lewis and Clark College. In 2nd place, San Jose State University. And your top team at the NCFA 2020 season opener with 1 more point than Las Positas College, the University of the Pacific. Congratulations to all of the teams this weekend. We like to recognize the 3 programs in the 2 and the 4-year division that did the best at this tournament, and recognize that it truly is a team effort. You need IEs, you need some debate, and you need everybody across the divisions to do well. It's not just open competitors, it's not novice competitors, it's everyone contributing to the team. And so those are our awards for this evening. We appreciate you all being here with us this weekend. And I just want to echo all the sentiments that everybody else has said and really say thank you for coming and joining us this weekend. I think it's so important that we continue to build this community. So I want to remind you that while this is our season opener, we also will have some other tournaments coming up. And those tournaments will be happening throughout the year. Some will be asynchronous. Some will be live and asynchronous. And then we're also hoping to host a very lively fall festival in December, which is normally hosted by Hartnell College, but will be our December wrap-up. So with that being said, I'd like to say thank you all for attending. And unless, Alexis, you have anything else to add, we're happy to have had you, and we will continue to look forward to seeing you at tournaments for the rest of the fall. Have a good evening, everybody.